Welcome to the 30th RNCI Red Nation Awards. Hollywood has Oscar, Broadway has Tony, television has the Emmy, and Indian country has the Red Nation Film Award of Excellence. Hollywood and Indian country's biggest night for American Indian and Indigenous storytellers, cementing Native image at the forefront of the entertainment industry, highlighting the very best of American Indian and Indigenous contributions in film, television, comedy, music, and the arts. Tonight, from Beverly Hills, California, welcome to the 30th RNCI Red Nation Awards. The authentic voice of American Indian and Indigenous cinema. Join us as we honor this year's greatest performances in cinematic achievement, brought to you by Red Nation Films and Red Nation Television Network.
Hello, everybody. My name's Matthew Logan. I'm from the San Carlos Apache Reservation. We are Apaches. We're the Sengals, Apache Crown Dancers. We're honored here from Chanel. Traveled a long way. And I hope you guys enjoyed the performance. Kujole. Thank you. Bijole.
Meiha eyo eam. Thank you. I wish koneha. Netwanya ne tonan sin Carmelo. Tokinga totong betam. Eyo kin. Eyo ojon. Eyo yok. Kima kima. I wish koneha. Ekwa aha. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tonantzin Carmelo. What a beautiful dance we got started with. Yay! Apache Nation. Beautiful. It is an honor to be here on behalf of the Hunukvetam, my elders, the Tongva people. I'd like to acknowledge any Tongva people out there in the audience. This land acknowledgement is for our ancestors. We are all here on the land of Tovangar. Help me say Tovangar. Tovangar. That was a land that was of the Tongva people. That is what we called our land. And Tovangar stretched from some very natural, beautiful Mother Earth borders, the Santa Susana Mountains, the San Gabriel Mountains, south to Aliso Creek, all the way to the 4 Channel Islands. And we called those islands Pimunga, Harashanga, Chunashunga, and Kikinga. So some of you who live here may know some of our villages. Topanga, Cahuenga, Cucamonga. How about Harupa Valley? That's way out there. Hurupanga, that's what we called it. And now how about Azusa? That was called Asusanga. So those small amount of villages, those were part of a network of over 100 known villages here. And for those of you who are not from California, you may not know that in California we had many settled villages all throughout the state. All the tribes were very well defined because of that. Sometimes they would say, oh, they're semi-nomadic. That's not true. We were not nomadic. We would go and we would visit our neighboring village. We would come back, we would go and trade, we would go and gather, we would go and hunt, but we would always come back to our village. That's called commuting. Not semi-nomadic, yes, thank you. So, and a lot of people don't know that there were more native people in California in prehistoric times than all of the United States and Canada put together. It's always been like this. We've always had a lot of people here. So that began with the people from California, the original people. I said that we have the 4 Channel Islands. This song that I would like to sing, I'll take off my shoes because it's strange to sing with my shoes on. I don't know why. Gotta touch the ground. It is a song that is longing for our homeland, longing for the old ways. And it is a song that was sung originally by a woman from Kikinga, one of our islands, which is San Nicolas Island. She's known as the lone woman of San Nicolas Island, and she has a very long and interesting story. But today, I'm just going to sing her song to acknowledge the land and the old ways. Toki toki yahameinga, toki toki yahameinga, toki toki yahameinga. Toki 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 yahameinga, toki toki yahameinga, toki toki yahameinga, toki 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 yahameinga, toki toki yahameinga, toki toki yahameinga, toki toki. Were neshkimok neshunya hameinga, were neshkimok neshunya hameinga, were neshkimok neshunya hameinga, toki toki. Toki toki yahameinga, toki toki yahameinga, toki toki yahameinga, toki 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 ho. Awesh koneha, my heart is happy. Have a great celebration. Enjoy your dinners.
Sit, young ones. Let me tell you a story.
Give me the courage to say what needs to be said.
I believe that all humanity must stand up.
I personally don't have fear of standing up for my land and standing up for my people and future generations.
You send waves of change into the future.
Welcome to the stage, Joanelle Romero, Zion White, and Jennifer Podemski.
Welcome to the 30th RNCI Red Nation Awards, right?
Welcome.
And I'm being held by my sister and my brother here, who we've got this, and because of you, because of all of the filmmakers here tonight, we welcome you and we celebrate you and we see you and we love you, and keep making movies. We have, at our 30th Red Nation International Film Festival, we've had 92 films, 55 directed by women.
Wow.
It's the 8th year in a row that we've surpassed Tribeca, Cannes, TIFF, the Academy, and Sundance regarding Native women filmmakers. So that says a lot to our creativity in this industry. We're still standing and we are still here.
Are you still standing?
I am now. I'm good. I'm good.
You okay?
I'm good. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to welcome our first guest and our first award. I would like to bring up, my family's been very significant in this city of LA. My uncle, he was the first Native Indigenous city council member many, 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 many years ago. He's the most decorated congressman in the history. And so I would like to bring up our LA County Supervisor, Lindsay Horwath, and we are honoring her with the American Indian Heritage Month Award. And I want to extend this, our board of directors, to her leadership, her profound leadership in supporting and including all of our Native nations here in the city and making a difference for our organization to continue on, making a difference for other Native organizations in this city and county to continue on, because supporting each other either with our names or with our finances or with our creativity, we continue to grow and we continue to be inclusive and we continue to be an example to this industry, right? To be inclusive. So, Supervisor Lindsay Horwath. Women supporting women.
This is incredibly special. I am humbled and honored to receive this award, but really I receive it not on behalf of myself, but in support of all of the communities who need local government to be standing up for them. At the county, we are the social safety net for our region. We support more than 10 million people throughout Los Angeles County. And so it is incredibly important, the work of the commission and the work that Janelle and so many do in the community. We know that often community members are expected to do the work to uplift their own communities, and so your labor is exponential. So we thank you for the leadership and example that you provide. I thank you for the opportunity to earn the title of ally. It is not one that we declare, it is one that we earn through the work that we do, through the investments that we make, and the way that we show up for the community. So I hope to earn your allyship, the title of ally to the community through the work that we do in Los Angeles County. And I thank the commission, and to anyone who aspires to earn the title of ally, if you have the opportunity to greenlight, to hire, to bring people into the industry, we need an industry that looks like the diversity of our region, that tells the honest stories of so many community members, not of the community, but by the community. And so I thank you for the ways that you will continue to uplift and bring people into the work. And on behalf of Los Angeles County, we also want to recognize the Film Festival and this wonderful awards ceremony for celebrating your 30th anniversary. And on behalf of Los Angeles County, we too have a small token of recognition for you. And so this is to celebrate the Red Nation Celebration Institute for the 30th Annual Red Nation International Film Festival. And the Board of Supervisors of the County of Los Angeles hereby joins in celebration of the 30th Annual Red Nation International Film Festival, the largest Native Indigenous film festival in the world, and the first in Los Angeles, which is home to the largest urban American, Indian, and Alaska Native population in the country, with more than 200 tribes, including the Tongva, Tataviam, and Chumash. We thank you for your leadership. We thank you for the example that you set and the ways that you give us the opportunity to uplift and celebrate culture. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Love you back.
I accept this on behalf of my ancestors and my uncle, Congressman Edward R. Roybal.
Welcome to the stage, Montana Jacobowitz. The Best Animated Short, the nominees are The Forgotten Souls, Ray Abedin, Super Indigenous, Clément Laguade, Ba the Perfect Bread, Devashina Don Ray Redhouse, Indigenous Economics, Enoughness, the prequel, Chris Eyre, Lonnie Anderson. When we say evaluation, it isn't the same thing. Gladys Rowe, Brandon Mitchell.
And the winner is Ray Abedin. Don't leave us hanging. Oh, I will accept this on his behalf. Okay.
guess he would say, thank you, everyone.
Ray Abedin is a first-time winner of RNCI Red Nation Award. Welcome to the stage, Che Jim.
And the nominees for the Best Live Action Short are
Courage, Eric Michael Hernandez. Kusi Smiles, Sisa Kespe. The Woman Who Married a Bear, Ka La Mary Godard, Dave Fedorowski. Good Days, Jonelle Belcourt. This Means Forever, Brandon Martinez.
And the winner is Eric Michael Hernandez.
Eric Michael Hernandez is a first-time winner of the RNCI Red Nation Award.
Look at that. All right. Thank you so much. Man, who else has been on the festival circuit this year? This is the greatest awards ceremony I've been to so far. Incredible. Thank you so much. The scariest thing I ever did in my life was when I was a kid and I got on stage and I hoop danced in front of my whole school. The second scariest thing I ever did was make this film. And it's amazing what we can do when we're able to have a little bit of courage and overcome those fears. I couldn't have done it without my team. I'm so happy that they're here. And I'd love them to come up and introduce themselves and tell you about their role in the film. I'm the writer and director, and thank you so much for this incredible award.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ Vegas. How you guys feeling tonight? That's right. I played Tony in Courage, and thank you guys so much for the support and anyone that watched it. Thank you, Eric, for telling your story and letting us all have an outlet to help you tell that story. Thank you.
Hey, y'all. My name is Kara Jade Myers, and I got to play Eric's mom, which was fun. So thank you for making this beautiful, beautiful show.
Bonjour, Pedwamokwe. My name is Pieta Spain, and I play the role as Miss Johnson. This was my acting debut, and it was an honor to be able to be not only a life partner, but a producer of this important project for Eric. And we are so incredibly grateful for everyone who watched the movie and also who supported us in this journey. Thank you.
How's it going? I'm Sean Alexander, Eric's older brother. Very proud of him. I helped with producing this, and just to see him bring it from A to Z, first-time filmmaker, absolutely killed it, and just super proud. Thank you guys.
My name is Mario Contini. I'm the cinematographer on the project, and just want to say thank you, Eric, to opening your hearts and telling such an amazing personal story. I hope it inspires the youth to get in touch with their culture and inspire others. So, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the stage, Billy Merritt and Marco Fuller.
All right, well, the nominees for Best Documentary Short are
Kotsuni, People of the Lake, Michael Salama, Gaston Zilberman. Red Girl Rising, Kim Stanfield, Faith Howe. Cheyenne Creation Story, Nellie Whiteman. Gana Nawe, Original Seeds, Gajichuni D. Fox. A Wilderness Act, Misoga Bokwe, Melanie Montano, Tom DeChene. Ocean Bone, Lani Kupchoy.
Okay, we have 2 winners this year. The first goes to A Wilderness Act.
Misoga Melanie Montero and Tom DeChene are first-time winners.
Do we have some winners in the house? Eh? If not, that's okay. We'll just hold on to it for you.
The second winner is Red Girl Rising.
Kim Stadfield and Faith Ho are second-time winners.
Hi, I'm a retired teacher, so I need to say something. We're Canadians. And we are strong, resilient women who are still here. Today is my purpose. Today I'm standing here for all young little girls and boys who grew up on a res, who have been through trauma or have faced trauma or who are facing trauma, and to know that you can go beyond and you have a purpose and you can have radical hope, which means action. Take action. Thank you. Nyawagoa. I can't believe it.
And we would also just like to say tremendous gratitude to Janelle for inviting us to be part of this incredible festival, and Red Nation rocks. And we are so grateful to have amplified Joyce's voice and the work that she's doing. And we all know that who tells the story matters, and we need to continue what we're doing. So thank you.
And I want to add to the great gratitude that we have when we made the film with Hot Docs Citizen Minutes Season 3, the guidance and the care that was taken as we brought this story forward. And this all started with dreams that happened. Kim and I also met at Native Women in Film Festival several years ago, and we discovered that we were new emerging filmmakers, and we met here, and we thought how beautiful it would be to be able to collaborate one day. And now to be back here at Red Nation International Film Festival, I'm just completely shocked. And thank you, Janelle, for what you do for us as we find our voice, because here we are, we're grandmas. So it's pretty incredible to be at this stage in life and to come together. So Rachel.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for the doors that you open and the connections you continue to make here. It means a lot to be here. And the last thing I'll add is thank you to Citizen Minutes, Hot Docs, Elizabeth Radshaw, Lauren Grant, and the whole crew. So yeah, thank you all.
Welcome to the stage, Zion White.
All right, everybody.
We have 4 films that have been nominated for Best Picture. We would like to introduce those to you. Our first film is Sweet Summer Powwow, directed by Daryl Dennis. It's about a young Indigenous couple who get a break from their troubled lives when they find each other through a summer of love in the powwow circuit. Let's take a look.
I'm sorry I snapped. None of that was about you.
I know. My mom's wrong about you. And whatever crappy things you think about yourself, you're wrong about you too.
I missed you. I had to see you even if it was for the last time.
We always knew it would have to end.
What if it doesn't have to?
I can't let you follow me across the country. What if it doesn't work out?
What if it does?
People are counting on me. My mother. It'll kill her. I can't risk it. I'm sorry.
All right, how many of us have been there at a powwow, huh?
Welcome to the stage, Bonnie Abunza.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone having a great time? Food's good? Great awards? The nominees for Best Documentary Feature are
Yanuni, Richard Latkani, You're No Indian, Ryan Flynn, Boil Alert, James Burns, The Snake and the Whale, John Carlos Frey, The Long Hope, Espel Victoria Fitzgerald, Dream Touch Believe, Jenna Naranjo Winters.
all wonderful films. And the winner is Yanuni, director Richard Latkani.
Richard Latkani is a first-time winner of the RNCI Red Nation Award.
Oh, wow. Wow. What an incredible honor to be here, especially to be here with Juma Shipaya, our amazing hero of the film and producer of the film. It's amazing to speak here at this Indigenous festival, which is the biggest in the world, I heard, and it's just, we never thought we would get here. But I tell you, it's been a long and hard journey, and the reason we made this film is because I realized that the world needed to reconnect again with the Amazon rainforest. And how else to reconnect than through an Indigenous voice? And when I found Juma after long research, I knew I had found that voice of the forest, that Indigenous voice that many people in the world have stopped listening to. So we made this film so people listen again, because we're all on the same planet, on the same boat. We all want a healthy planet. And if we don't listen, we're never gonna get there. So now I want you to meet Juma Shipaya, producer and main participant of the film, The Voice of the Forest. Juma.
Kamaduti Waiwai. Meu boa noite e o meu cumprimento respeitosamente a todos vocês.
My good evening and my respectful greetings to you all.
Eu estou muito honrada de pisar nesse território sagrado que nunca deixou de ser um território indígena.
I'm very honored to step on this territory, this sacred territory that never stopped being an indigenous territory.
E eu, pela primeira vez, eu me sinto em casa. Eu me sinto no meio dos meus parentes, no meio da nação vermelha.
And for the first time, I feel at home among my relatives, the Red Nation.
Obrigada pela existência, Jonelle, desse festival. Não é apenas um festival de cinema, é a existência das nossas vozes, das nossas raízes. Nós sempre estivemos aqui. E para mim, é esse o grande significado desse festival. Nós sempre estivemos aqui.
Thank you so much for the existence of this festival. It means to the world that we have always been here. We have always been here.
O mundo ainda não conhece o nosso verdadeiro valor. Mas é por isso que nós estamos aqui, para mostrar para o mundo que nós existimos, fazemos filmes e também festival.
The world doesn't know yet our real value, but that's why we're here, to tell our stories, to make movies,
E também festival, né?
and also festivals.
Temos capacidade, como qualquer uma outra pessoa, branca, negra, indígena, somos de nações diferentes, mas estamos na mesma casa, respiramos os mesmos ares. E obrigada por esses 30 anos de resistência e de existência. Falar por nós mesmos, pelas nossas línguas, pelas nossas origens e pela nossa espiritualidade, que nunca nos deixou. Muito obrigada.
Thank you so much. We are speaking our stories. We are telling the world that we exist and that we are capable of creating just as any other people, white people, indigenous peoples. We are here to show the world.
Welcome back to the stage, Zion White.
All right, everybody. Red Nation Celebration Institute, the creative enterprise by natives delivering to all people the stories that shape our world. It is the longest running successful native women-led indigenous media arts and cultural nonprofit enterprise in the history of the entertainment industry, and the first indigenous nonprofit funded by the city of Los Angeles, serving over 575 plus native nations in the US and collectively on the planet 1,200. Based in Los Angeles with an office in Santa Fe, New Mexico, RNCI is the world's most recognized American Indian performing arts, cultural, media, and educational nonprofit organization dedicated to American Indian, Alaska Native, and Indigenous nations, representing music, actors, writers, directors, producers, and visual artists.
Welcome back to the stage, Jennifer Podensky.
One of the nominees for Best Picture tonight is In the Fire of War, director Mike Jonathan. In 1864, during the New Zealand Wars, Haki, a Maori European teenager fighting for the New Zealand colonial forces, is captured by the Maori resistance. He starts a reluctant friendship with Kopu, a young girl believed to be a medium for the Maori god of war, who guides her people into a brutal battle with the colonial British forces, vastly outnumbered in a battle to life or liberty.
Te paina o te riri, marana mai.
Welcome back to the stage, Billy Merritt.
All right, the nominees for Best Television Series are
Dark Winds, AMC Network. 1923, Taylor Sheridan, Paramount Plus. North of North, Stacey Aglock McDonald, Alethea Amakuk Baril. Facing the Storm, Quinault Relocation, Michaela Jin Gray, Matt Remley. Facing the Storm, Youth Activism, Michaela Jin Gray and Matt Remley.
And the winner is Dark Winds AMC Networks.
AMC Networks is a past 3-time winner of the RNCI Red Nation Award.
be accepting the award on behalf of the network. Thank you guys. Actually, what are we talking about? Zahn, come up here. This is yours, man. This is yours.
Well, I had no idea. Pretty cool. Thank you, Red Nation Film Festival. I had no idea we were even nominated. Thanks for telling me, Janelle, wherever you are. Thank you. It's an honor. I accept this on behalf of Graham Rowland, who's Choctaw from Oklahoma, John Worth, our showrunner, Chris Hare, one of our EPs, Tina Elmo, another EP, George R. Martin, and the late, great Bob Redford. Thank you guys very much.
Welcome back to the stage, Janelle.
How's everybody eating? Does it feel good? Are your hearts full? Are your tummies full? This person in my life I've known for many years. And I don't want to go into all the history of how far back, but I have seen this man grow in so many ways. And we're both bound by one thing that's personal and sacred. And also, he is completely given himself of his talent to the world. Every character he plays has been extraordinary. He is a brilliant actor. Everything that we have seen, RNCI Board of Directors have seen him in, has been extraordinary. And now he's an executive producer. He's a director. He's an actor, as it should be. And RNCI Board of Directors is honoring Zahn McLaren with our Lifetime Achievement Award. Can we roll the clip, please?
Sound like a witch. Oh yeah. There's witches down here. Tigninis. Cut your heart out when you're sleeping. Think I'm lying? Did you work the tunnels? Defend the Indian, they'd say. Who cares about booby traps? You give Hansi a flashlight and a knife and send him down into the black echo. Moving through the earth like a rat. Killing off Charlie, taking his ears. Ears? You gotta push their faces down into the dirt so they don't scream and wake the others. Children look at their lives and see no future. No one's stepping up. Nothing ever changing. How am I supposed to protect them? Ah! Ah! Cut him down. Right now, as far as we know, you are the only one of us she could track. Now, if she sees you coming, she could run or set another trap. You know I'm right about this.
She pulls a trick on you? Yeah?
Yeah. But I got some tricks of my own. Did I drink one with drugs in it?
This is where the plot thickens, my friend.
I ain't never done no fucking drugs!
Well, now the best way to...
You fucks!
Damn! He scurries like a little mouse.
Hey.
I still don't know it. Hey, sing along with me, bro. Hey, hey, what's the matter with your mind and your fine and your... Say it. Come and get your love.
Sam McLaren, everybody.
All right, sit down, you little shit asses. Wow. Lifetime Achievement Award. I feel old, obviously. It's not over yet, Janelle. I'm still going. But I'm very honored and humbled to accept the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Red Nation Film Festival. Thank you, Janelle. I've known Janelle for quite a few decades now, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. You know, over 30 years in this industry, I have a speech written up there. Actually, Janelle, you didn't give me I was supposed to put this on the monitor. I had to run back there myself and put it on the monitor. Just letting you know. No, I have it right here just in case, but this gentleman in the back put it up here, which is wonderful. Thank you for doing that. For over 30 years in this industry, I started off as a chorus member at Nebraska Community Theater. Yeah. Believe me, it wasn't a big deal. I was cast for looking ethnic. I had long hair. And then I moved out to Hollywood and became the Indian #1 on the horse, the gangster #2 on the schoolyard, the token Native guest star, and now I'm doing leads in shows that are written, directed, and produced by Natives. Yeah. That's pretty cool, you know. We have been underrepresented forever, underrepresented forever, but I have seen a change. I think we're more visible than ever, and we are proving to Hollywood that there's an audience out there for our stories and our faces. I think there's still barriers that persist, and let's keep pushing forward for growth as individuals and as a community. I mean, we obviously have the talent, right? We do, you know, we really do. It's been a wild ride. It's like I said to Janelle, it's far from over. I want to shout outs to those who fueled that ride. It's Peggy Thomas, my high school drama teacher, who sparked the flame. John Jackson at Talent Pool in Omaha, Nebraska, for guiding me to Los Angeles, connecting me with PJ Jordan, who's my first agent. PJ for believing in me from the first audition and introducing me to my now agent. And dear friend, I wish he was here. Gloria Hinojosa, I love you and I thank you for everything. Mom, for your support, your sharing of our culture, our traditions, our spirituality. Dad, for inspiring me with all the art and the film and the music that allowed me to become an actor. And I have 3 brothers, Rory, Zane, and Che, and I appreciate them. My acting coaches, Jeremiah Comey, Sal Romeo, Patrick Pankhurst, casting directors, producers, directors who have cast me in their TV shows and their films. I'd like to do a special thank you to Renee Haynes for believing in me when I first moved out here in the early 90s, and she was the big casting director here. She believed in me and she thought I had talent, and she pushed me for a lot of projects, and I appreciate that. The Trailblazers, Chief Dan George, Will Sampson, the late great Graham Greene, Gary Farmer, Wes Studi, Tantu Cardinal, and so many others who have paved the way. You know, last but least, I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit. But it's not from my ego, it's out of self-worth today for enduring the hardships, the rejections, the setbacks in this crazy freaking business. You know, I've battled self-hate, I've battled insecurities, low self-esteem, depression, and addiction, and I still do. But in my older years, I've gained tools to cope with it, and learning that today I am good enough. Yeah. Thank you. Sobriety is my bedrock. Yeah. Without it, I wouldn't be here. I didn't do it alone. I thank you all who supported me, and you knew who you are. Janelle, thank you for being a friend. I stay aware on a daily basis how fortunate I am, and that I get to do what I love. You know, I'm so fortunate. It's a privilege to be doing what I do. I'm going to close with a few words from the late great Robert Redford, who became a friend of mine at the end there, and I got to spend some pretty quality time with the man. You know, sitting and eating dinner with him face to face and getting to know who he was. And he was a beautiful human being who championed Indigenous stories. And I am so grateful for that and him being in my life. He said a couple things, and I want to quote him. Keeping diversity alive will keep our business alive. We're talking about the movie business. What really matters is the work. And what matters to me, Zahn, is truly doing that work. Thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate you.
Welcome to the stage, Jennifer Podemski.
The next nominee for Best Feature is Ganadia Horn for Seeds. Ziggy is offered her first gig as an online influencer, promoting for Nature's Oath, a seed and fertilizer company. When her cousin summons her back to the res, she's forced into a battle to save her people's legacy, finding her power along the way and protecting those seeds at all costs. Let's take a look at a clip of Seeds.
You're a strong, intelligent, beautiful Mohawk woman. You can handle anything that's thrown at you. I know you can. There's things you gotta protect.
Yeah, I know, the seeds. No. Really?
It's gotta be.
I'm scared, though, of letting our ancestors' rage take over.
So, my niece, go fuck them up.
to know the whole story.
About Mother Earth.
You had better learn that history.
Welcome to the stage, Chief Phil Whiteman, Jr.
I've been to a lot of rodeos in my day. I'm a 2-time world champion, but getting bucked off at this stage be the first time. I talked to Janelle and I told her I had a dream. I was looking out into the ocean and I see stars dancing in the ocean. And just recently I was diagnosed with cancer. It's a whole different, it's a shift, it's a transforming of your thinking. We waited a whole lifetime for this moment to arrive. And this moment here will never happen again. You can edit it, but this moment right here, just like what happened, it will never happen again. Mahel Ton at those Sartai Hoinsitum, the whole open and next to it. Emit them in no Nishabastas. Hey, oh, yo, ha, yo, we ha, yo, hey, hey, hey. My grandfather sang that song at the Battle of Little Bighorn. And this year, my daughter Nellie, Bluebird Woman, was nominated for one of the categories, the creation story. I'm very proud of her. Thank you.
We, together, want to recognize our brother, Graham Greene. He was a dear friend to me. He also received a Lifetime Achievement Award, son. But his contributions in this industry was extraordinary. It was absolutely phenomenal. From Dances with Wolves to Reservation Dogs to so many films. His contributions to the world is ginormous because of who he was. And his legacy will live on through movies, through the films that he's made, right? For future generations. It'll be something for our younger generations to look at, learn from, maybe even want to be an actor by watching his work. So in this way, we wanted to do something extraordinary for our relatives, our ancestors who've moved on to the spirit world, and this is our way of doing it. And so I just want to give that prayer out to our brother, Graham Greene. Personally, to acknowledge Mr. Robert Redford in this way. Because on a personal note, before he started his native lab at Sundance, he reached out to me. I just had my son and I was still breastfeeding, and he asked me to run the Sundance lab, the native Sundance lab. But I said, you know, I just had my baby and breastfeeding, and so he asked, who would I suggest? And I suggested Phil Lucas, a dear uncle and brother to our family, and Heather Ray. And the rest of that is history. His legacy lives on with that. Years later, Powwow Highway won at Sundance Film Festival, and Powwow Highway was the first feature film that opened the doors for contemporary Native filmmaking. It wasn't directed by a Native, but directed by an ally, a true ally from South Africa, Jonathan Wax. And I thank Mr. Redford for honoring our film, Powwow Highway. And I'm so deeply, profoundly grateful for him supporting Dark Winds and really getting behind our relatives, our creative relatives. So in this way, thank you, Mr. Redford. Many in the film industry may not know our brother, Ernie Stevens Jr., but he was profound in his way with running the National Indian Gaming Association. He always supported Red Nation and the work that we do, and he was a true brother to us in many ways with his support. And he always used to joke with me and say he wanted to be an actor, and I would say, okay, let's put you in a movie, but then he would kind of shy out. But he was a good man, and he did a lot for Indian country. And I want to personally say that I truly respected him. And we, as Red Nation Board of Directors, want to recognize Ernie Stevens Jr. in this way. And thank you, Ernie Stevens. Richard, will you come up here, please? Jane Goodall was marvelous. I just have to say that. She was a good lady, a wonderful woman, a shining soul. My son, when he was little, only in the fourth grade to the 8th grade, he launched the first environmental film festival here in LA and the first environmental student summit. And Jane took interest in my son and took him to Africa, which changed his whole life and his whole point of view on the world. Jane has always been there for us. She's been in South Dakota. She's always welcomed, and we've always welcomed her into our communities. And so I want to personally say thank you, Jane, especially it's so recent, but I want to thank you for your contributions to Indian country. And Richard knew Jane very, very well as well.
Thank you for inviting me up here. It's an honor to speak. So short after Jane passed, she was my dear friend. I've known her for 17 years. She changed my life. She brought me on this path to make films about the planet, films that could maybe change the world and make it better. And I do want to share that Jane's biggest dream was to be very close to Indigenous people, and when she heard I was making this film about Juma, she asked me to go down to the Amazon if I could kind of introduce her to Juma and take her to the territory. And only 2 years ago, that dream came true, and two forces of nature connected like I wish you could have been there, like nothing you had seen before. Without words, they were one because they shared the same belief. The belief to save the planet by saving nature. And Juma has this beautiful daughter that is called Yanuni, like the film. She was just born, and Jane arrived, and the connection was immediate. It was so strong that Jane, when she left the Amazon, she became the godmother of Yanuni. So she's connected, and I feel her presence here right now in this beautiful evening with these beautiful people. She loved nothing more than the Indigenous people and nature. So thank you for inviting me up here to speak on her behalf and yours. Thank you.
So this is a celebration of life, of these extraordinary human beings who've contributed so much, not only to the film industry, but to the world at large and to us and our communities. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Graham, Jane, Ernie, and Robert.
Welcome back to the stage, Zion White.
All right, everybody. Our final Best Feature nominee is Nika and Madison. Director is Eva Thomas. Two young Indigenous women on the run from the law after defending themselves from a police assault. And we're gonna feature the video now.
You blame me?
For what?
For leaving you all by yourself.
Oh, yeah. And then I just wanted to forget it. Should have told you. That changed me. And I've been stuck ever since.
Welcome to the stage, Rebecca Brando, Ty Woodville, Jonelle Romero, Phil Whiteman Jr.
So this is the Red Nation Honors. And we at Red Nation Celebration Institute have recognized our relatives like Marlon Brando and Edward Albert Jr. and my uncle, Congressman Edward R. Roybal, and Chief Dan George, and so many. And the families have blessed us and have endorsed us to carry these awards for them to give out to all of you for your contributions to film and Indian country.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Brando, and it's a privilege to be here tonight. Thank you, Janelle, Romero. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. My father was Marlon Brando. Some of you may know who he was. I just want to give you a little, thank you. I just want to give you a little backdrop story about who he was for you young people. I'm sure you've seen The Godfather or On the Waterfront, my personal favorite, Streetcar Named Desire, Apocalypse Now. But before all that, when he became really famous in the 50s, he did a lot of human activism. And he traveled to India to make a documentary about starving children. And he also, but at the time, Hollywood didn't want to receive the documentary. It wasn't glamorous enough. He used his fame to give voice to those who didn't have a voice. He worked closely with Russell Means and Dennis Banks, who you all know about. They were leaders in the American Indian movement. And as you know, he sent Sachin Littlefeather to decline his Oscar and bring a big message to what was going on in Wounded Knee. And there was no press at Wounded Knee. There was no one knew what was really happening. But after that message in 1977, when Sachin Littlefeather declined the Oscar, who declines an Oscar? Back then, no one. The next day, there were multitudes of journalists and press at Wounded Knee, and the situation was resolved. And he continued. He continued his human activism. He marched with Martin Luther King, and because of that, one of his films was boycotted and not shown in Alabama, but he didn't care. He stood with the Black Panthers on stage to fight for justice. He also did a movie, Dry White Season, and that was about to fight apartheid in South Africa, and donated 75% of his salary for that cause. And he continued to, so at the very end of his life, he called himself a citizen of the planet and devoted his time to environmental works. And now his legacy continues because we work to, we have practices to using renewable energy and sustainability practices to protect the land and marine animals. And that is what we're doing now to protect the earth. So that's Marlon Brando. So the Brando Award goes to Peter and Jennifer Buffett, Novo Foundation.
I'm here tonight to receive Peter and Jennifer's award, but he insisted my daughter Nellie be up here with me to receive it, so she's out there sitting someplace. Nellie, could you come up here? I don't know what to say. What shall I say? He said, tell a story. Tell a story like Nellie. This is coming from Peter. I gave him an Indian name, and I named him the Fortunate One. He blesses people. He blesses all Native people that he helps. And when we first went on set with the movie Hostiles, Nellie was just a little girl. But what she saw, it impacted her. And I told her that she needed to take up film so she could record the history of our people. And I know that's what Peter and Jennifer want for her. She told me that, he told me and she told me to make sure that Nellie comes up on stage and helps receive the award for Peter and Jennifer. She speaks fluent Cheyenne, so I'm going to interpret for her. Thank you.
I'm glad glasses were mentioned early on. My name's Ty Woodville. I'm presenting for my own award for my father. In the name of my father, there is only one water. That's what my father used to tell me. The droplet of rain that runs down your cheek may once have been Mother Mary's tear. Oceans, rivers, glaciers, lakes, rain, tears, they are one being, shifting form, one essence, many faces. Water, of course, is inseparable from life. When a great body of water is lost, it is not only a local tragedy, it is a message to us all, a mirror, a warning. Tonight we honor a powerful, soul-stirring film, Kotsuni, The People of the Lake, directed by Gaston Zilberman and Michael Salama. Watching this stunning film touched my heart and spoke to my soul. It brought me to tears. Somehow Zilberman and Salama have packed an entire world into 13 minutes of profound storytelling. A tribute to the Uru indigenous nation of Bolivia, whose ancestral home, Lake Po'opo, once spanned over 3,000 square kilometers, a living provider, a sacred source. The Uru call themselves the people of the lake. Yet, since 2016, Lake Po'opo has dried up completely due to industrial pollution from human impact. The Uru are still the people of the lake, holding her in memory, in spirit. Yet the loss cannot be overstated. The Uru nation depends on this ancestral provider. Where once a thriving ecosystem flourished, lush with cattails, ducks, flamingos, now stands a barren desert of mud and salt, silent and dry, scattered with animal bones and the skeletons of fishing boats that once sailed fruitful waters. This leaves the people of the lake without the nourishment, resources, and work that their ancestral waters once provided. The mothers, grandmothers, and aunties of the Uru have kept their families and local economy alive through artisanry, selling intricately woven textiles, handcrafted goods, and traditional wares. In witnessing the deep cultural loss of Lake Po'opo, the directors also illuminate the quiet power of its people, the strength to remember, to adapt, and to persist. There is only one water, one people, one earth, one shared story. It is my profound honor to present this award in the name of my father, Edward Albert Jr., actor, activist, and lifelong guardian of water and Indigenous rights, who served many years on the California Coastal Commission and the California Native American Heritage Commission. With deep reverence, I present the Edward Albert Jr. Award to Gaston Zilberman and Michael Salama, Kotsuni, the people of the lake, honoring the Uru indigenous nation and bringing us all closer as a universal family through their sacred storytelling.
Hello again. Let me just say I knew your father and admire him very, very much. And this is a real honor. I'm Bonnie Abounds, and I'm the impact producer on Kotsuni, People of the Lake. Gaston and Michael, a relative of theirs, was rushed to the hospital yesterday. So they could not come, and they asked me to read the following. We, Gaston Zilberman and Michael Salama, feel so incredibly honored for Kotsuni to receive this recognition. Since the moment we learned about Red Nation Film Festival, we knew that this is where Kotsuni belonged. This short film has been shown over 50 times in 24 countries, but the screening at Red Nation earlier this week was one of the most special. We were so grateful for the overwhelming and beautiful response from the audience, who said that they saw their own stories in that of the Uru people. That solidarity is why festivals like Red Nation are so essential, and why every film on Indigenous issues, whether or not they made the program this year, need to be seen. Because they can show that from Lake Popo to Patsiata, or Kotamama to Turtle Island, we are all people from the same lake. Thank you very much for this award.
I just want to acknowledge that Ty and Rebecca and Z are all board members of Red Nation, and without them, I wouldn't be standing here. So thank them, please. You can't see? Okay, I'm going to
read it for me.
Okay, I'm going to help you. Okay. So, the Film Consultant Award is a very special award that we made because Hollywood continues to make movies, right? Sometimes not correctly. And sometimes they have us, they hire consultants. So we feel that it's very important to recognize our brothers and sisters that are consulting on these films, because that does matter to get the story authentically correct. And so Chief Phil Whiteman was the first Film Consultant Award recipient, and the presenters that year were Christian Bale and Scott Cooper and Rory Cochrane. That was in 2019. And this is the second time that a recipient is going to get this award, and that goes out to Mo Brings Plenty.
Accepting is Mo's brother, Joe Brings Plenty.
The relative right here, my grandpa, along with his grandpa, has fought at the U.S. Cavalry at the Little Bighorn, the Greasy Grass Battle. The Cheyenne, the Shahila people, the Oyate and the Lakota Oyate are always allies forever, even today. Michie, let me cheer ki charge Mo Brings Plenty. My older brother's name is Moses Brings Plenty. Accepting this award on his behalf. He couldn't be here. He has some projects he's working on, but he sends his loves and his blessings. So honored to be able to receive award here at Red Nation. Now, I told him I'll pass on his message, but I also have something to say as well too. Mitank Jonao Pilamilo, I say thank you to you for having my family here. The last time my son was anywhere at an event, he was here. My son is Cole Brings Plenty. He was murdered over a year ago. And I made a promise that I'll come back to support this event because our people need to be in unity. They need to stand together to support each other. The Pachamama, Abayala, Ina Maka, Unchi Maka, Tatanka Oyate. These are all from Patagonia all the way up to Alaska. It was one Red Nation at one time. We're all one family. So it's fitting to have this event called a Red Nation. A long time ago, I was able to meet Rebecca's brother here, and it was an honor. There's a lot of iconic individuals that come here. Last year, I came here, and I think I pissed off Stands with a Fist because I butchered her name like 3 times. So I hope she isn't here because she
probably get me when going out the door now, but I'm gonna take this headdress off so you can't see me in the crowd. So I wore this headdress because this is my son's headdress. I'm a chief. I come from the Lakota na Minikoju Oglala Lakota Oyate. And I wear this if I'm gonna go do something here, something that he would do, I want to wear this to honor him so he'll be remembered. We have a great disparity in this nation. And our people, we have lost a lot while others gain so much on our loss. But we're still here. We're still here, and what we're doing now is important. You young people, pay attention to your elders. Learn from them. They have a story to tell you, and those stories, you can't put a cost on it, because once those elders go, they'll take those stories with them. They'll take that knowledge, that medicine, all the greatness that they have with them. So pay attention. Thank you. Mintakiase.
Rebecca's going to present this next award. I'll stand with you.
The Courage Award goes to Cheyenne Creation Story, Neely Witterman. White man.
I just want to thank my dad for allowing me to film him and film our language and our history, and for me being able to be this young and receiving an award here. I remember coming here in 2019 when my dad had won an award, and I was 16 at the time, sitting in the crowd, and it's crazy to think me being 22 now. I just now graduated college this past May in film. Yeah, so, and times I honestly wanted to give up and quit on film, especially after I graduated. Being in the industry and trying to get your foot in the door is very hard. And this is just a big motivation, and it's super inspiring seeing all the films that were here in this festival, and I'm just glad to receive this, and this is just an important reminder to keep going, even times when I wanted to give up. So, yeah.
Hi everyone, my name's Madison. I was the producer on Cheyenne Creation Story, and if you can't tell, I'm from New Zealand. And I came to Montana State University on an exchange program, and I was very, very nervous, but the reason why I chose the US is because I actually wanted to learn about the Indigenous people here. And just from hearing Philip Chief Whiteman, the stories that he had to tell, and even just hearing all the stories that you guys are saying now, and the documentaries that I've heard, and the films that I've heard, it's incredible, and it really goes to show that there are so many stories left to tell. And I would hope, and Philip Whiteman told me just before, he said, I want you to continue telling these stories, even if there is no relation to me being Indigenous here in America. I take so much appreciation, and I have so much respect for you all. So thank you guys so much for welcoming me into this country, and Montana State University for also allowing me to take part in this documentary. And Nellie, thank you so much for trusting me to be your producer. I was new to you guys all, and they all welcomed me in, so thank you very much.
welcome back to the stage, Ty Woodville.
The Chief Dan George Award goes to The Snake and the Whale, John Carlos Frey.
Accepting will be Ty Woodville.
And accepting on behalf. What an honor.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. Oh. Wow. Oh, wow. This film is about an ecosystem collapse that is in progress. We finished the film a year ago. There were 75 orcas left, and you'll all watch the film now because of this award. And because of that, we might be saving the whales from extinction. I say might because it might be too late. But this award's gonna, I feel that the spirits are gonna save the whales. So thank you, Red Nation. Save the whales.
A long time ago, someone said I should create a word after my name, and so for my grandchildren and my future generations coming up, so I did. It's called the Janelle Romero Impact Award. And this award goes to a film that this film, well, we're going to take it all over because everybody needs to see this film because it's a topic that relates to all of us. It's a topic that I have been talking about my whole life and my whole career, the blood quantum. Who gets to say who's Indian and who's not? And we must stop throwing our people away because of it. So it gives me with great pleasure and honor to welcome Ryan Flynn for You're No Indian.
I don't even know what to say, guys. Thank you. You know, Santana, thank you for everything that you've done. To my wife, Callie, thank you for supporting us. Rightful members of tribes are being removed because of greed, you know, and we're not talking about it. Disenrollment lives in the shadows, you know, and I hope that this reward or award will bring it to light. Because if we talk about it, it can stop. Santana.
Now Siam Nostalgia, Kalkamat, Senesnat, Santana Rabang, Senesnat, Chuchlami, Enukzak, Shwai Village Sin. Hello, my respected people. Kalkamat is my traditional name. Santana Rabang is my non-traditional name. I just want to raise my hands to each and every one of you for being here today. Haishka. Haishka Quinisinatacho Isai Tinklitsa Tia Makwelia. This film is really near and dear to my heart. It's about tribal disenrollment. Right now, people are getting disenrolled from their own tribes. And I was someone that was unfortunately involved in such a horrible experience. I was raised in this political feud of people telling me that I don't belong in a community that I grew up in my whole life. I grew up knowing that my great-grandparents, my parents, told me that I was from this territory. This is who I am, this is where I come from. And you have a political force, people that you believed to be elected into governmental positions, and they take that power to their head and decide to disenroll their own people. This is for all people who have been involved with disenrollment, people who aren't federally recognized, people who don't have enough quote-unquote blood to be recognized from their traditional territories. This is for all of you, because as Indigenous people, we are the only people that have to prove through these colonial forces, through eligibility requirements, to be enrolled into our own communities. So this is to all those people that think that they have the power to determine our own belonging to our own community. No one has the power to determine our own belonging to our own community. And so I will always be who I am. I will always know where I come from, and that's that.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back to the stage, Joanelle Romero.
So we named an award after my uncle, Edward R. Roybal. And we are going to honor and give it to family to family, right? To the Apache stronghold, Winsler. The work they do is
Hello everyone, I am Nijoni Pike and I am a part of the Apache Stronghold. I am one of the first girls to have their Anaies, a coming-of-age ceremony at Chichil Oak Flat. I'd like to thank Red Nation International Film Festival, Janelle, and our ancestors, because without them and their sacrifices and belief in the future generations, we wouldn't be here today. And that is why it is important to continue fighting for our holy places.
Dagote Shilakos Parsons Gonze. I am too a Semlakashet white painted woman from Oak Flat. What is happening at Oak Flat in Arizona is happening across all indigenous land and affects all of humanity. The colonizers of today are the current administration, capitalists, and big corporations like a foreign mining company, Resolution Copper. They have risen to show their true faces again and continuing to oppress indigenous people for their greediness. What is happening at Oak Flat is murder taking place to our mother, the very reason we live and breathe every day. We must stand together in honoring our sacred responsibilities.
Dagote Shi Soleil Davignon Gonze. Hello everyone, my name is Soleil Davignon. Oak Flat is where I had my sunrise ceremony and where I transitioned into a woman. I stand here today for those yet to come, so they can have that spiritual tie to Mother Earth, because the generations ahead of us shouldn't have to feel like they're being stripped away from their identity. So I strongly encourage us as people to stand up for what's right and protect the one reason we are all here today. That way, the ones yet to come can find their voices also. Thank you.
It's such an honor to receive such a prestigious award. Like my sisters have said, we come from a long line of matriarchs, warriors, chiefs, medicine people, holy people. We as the Apache people come from the land that is sacred and holy, like Chichilbashagut'el, that is under attack by the federal government, under attack by billion-dollar corporations like Resolution Copper, who want to exploit the land for profit, for greed. The one thing that I see here today is that we each have a story to tell, and that story was passed down from our ancestors to us. So what are we going to do with those stories? We carry them on in film and in this industry, but what we must remember is the spirit of our ancestors and the spirit of the earth. Colonization and assimilation through the federal government to make what is America today has destroyed our people, and that genocide still continues. We see that now, and we see that in the stories that were presented here today. The stories of genocide, the erasure of our people. And at that time, when they wanted to erase our people, they couldn't, because we were strong and we were many, like the nations that I see here of ancient people that exist today. And if it wasn't for the boarding school era where they took and forced our children away from our families and put them to boarding schools, cut their hair, stripped their name, and took their language, we still exist. And then if it wasn't for the Relocation Act, where they took our brothers and sisters and forced them into major cities across this nation, we still remained. We remained because the land was still here. Our holy and sacred places like Black Mesa, Chaco Canyon, like Mauna Kea, like the Black Hills, the rivers and the springs and the water and the oceans that tell us that we are Ne. We are the children of Nagosan, our mother. We exist. So we must remember that tonight, as we celebrate, that tomorrow the fight continues because our people are under attack. Our people must continue. Our allies must stand with us side by side, because from one nation to another, from an Apache to another, we will remain. We will exist. We are the blooming seeds of our ancestors, and we are the stronghold. Ahia Ashant.
First, I just want to really thank Janelle. Thank you so much. And if you don't know, the first time we went to Washington, D.C., Janelle was with us. And she's seen all the activities that went on and got to know the fight. So I really want to thank you, because these girls look up to you for standing with us at that time and still today. So thank you so much. And thank you to all of you. You know, your stories resemble the reality of what's really happening. And like what we say is that don't be afraid to not tell the truth, because America has to hear the truth. We are here, you know, and I'm so thankful, because it took my wife with Janelle to get me off the mountain of Oak Flats to be here with you tonight. Because a couple of years ago, I wrote a letter to the United States and telling them that I'm forfeiting my being contained on the reservation, and now I'm going back to our sacred places to live. And that's where I currently live, at Oak Flats. The prayer you seen earlier, the dancers, that's our deities. Their homes are going to be destroyed. And so what we got to remember is what the United States said clearly. What happens at Oak Flats to the Apache people is going to happen across this country, because the battle in the court is to take away our rights to Mother Earth. And that's the battle line. And it's sad sometimes when it goes over people's head, and especially sometimes tribal leaders,
They don't realize that this is the last battle of this country, the last battle of who we are, the identity of this country. And so, receiving this and acknowledging the work, because it hurts me to see my grandchildren to have to say this and have to fight. This is where their spirit of birth has been placed. We haven't lost that. And we can't afford to lose that. Because if we lose the identity, then we lose the connection. And that's so critical when the mining companies are saying that themselves, saying 41% of water in this country is already contaminated. And yet our bodies need 70%, and everything that lives above the earth, Mother Earth, needs 70%. And they tell us, what's the immediate harm? And this is what our country is saying. What is the immediate harm? So I pray that throughout this whole country that we stand together on what is sacred. And the sacredness is our mother. Now go, son, Mother Earth. And we have to come back to that basics. Because that's the true religion that was given all of us, all people of the world. So I pray that this, and I thank you so much, because it just elevates the fight. Because we are in the Supreme Court, and we are in the Ninth Circuit Court with 3 cases. And that cases are going to reflect the future of Indian country. So thank you so much for having us here and recognizing those efforts, because sometimes I think it's not told. And our kids have to pay the price. But being here tonight, it gives us hope. And thank you, Janelle, for helping me come back down the mountain and putting these kind of clothes on again. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Sorry, and I have one message to Resolution Copper. I am here, we are here, and we will never stop fighting for our land. Ahia Shalt, thank you.
And I want to just say, I respect him so much and his family. And so when I introduced him, I called you by your first name, and I just want to introduce you properly. Winsler Nosey Jr. So, senior. Take the junior. No, this isn't. Senior. So thank you for all you do and your family and things you have to sacrifice. And we see you, we love you. And we're here for you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the stage, Eric Michael Hernandez.
Thank you once again for the award earlier. My film's called Courage, and one of my funnest parts, one of my favorite parts about making the film was the music. I got to work with an incredible artist named Geneviève Gross-Louis, and she's a violinist, and she was one of the first people I called when I wanted to make the film. I thought of the music first, and I think we created something really good. It's a blend between classical music and our traditional sounds. So right now, I'm going to perform my hoop dance to the main title from my film. This is the final song, and it's really special, and it's an honor to be able to not only include it in the film, but also to be able to perform live to it. So we're going to do a little bit of hoop dancing here tonight, and in the booth, you guys can go ahead and hit play on the music. In the movie, this is as he's making his way out on stage.
Thank you.
Watching you out there was just... I wasn't trying to hurt you. No. I saw a passion in you I've never seen before.
Katahira hine. Oi hoito wa tena whakarongo mai. Kei te haere ati tau ki te mea tiki arata. Ko koe tonu te kawakatsa. Me hari nai nei.
Is she a suspect?
No, ma'am. Not yet.
So do you recognize her or not?
Again, can't say for sure, you know? We all look the same. It's hard to tell.
I also know that over the last 3 months, 6 Indigenous people were killed by cops. The system is not kind to us. I'm here to help you, if you want my help.
Welcome back to the stage, Montana Jacobowitz.
I brought my glasses this time. And the nominees for Outstanding Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role:
Sweet Summer Powwow, Tanis Parento. In the Fire of War, Katarina Howden-Burrell. Nika and Madison, Gail Maurice. Nika and Madison, Jennifer Podemski.
And the winner is, sorry if I murder your name, Katarina Howden-Burrell. Sorry. And I sub the word on the behalf.
Katarina Holden-Burrell is a first-time winner of the RNCI Red Nation. Accepting on her behalf is Montana Jacobowitz.
Kia ora koutou, nā mihi nui kia koutou katoa. I am not Katarina. Just so you know, my name is Mike Jonathan. I'm the director of In the Fire of War. Thank you. Kia ora. I know that Katarina, will appreciate this award. Thank you so much for giving this to her, and thank you to the other nominees as well. What a strong lineup. But I'm just absolutely amazed to be here at Red Nation, all the way from Aotearoa, New Zealand, and representing all our families who put this film together. Amazing film. If you don't know about it, it's on Amazon and Apple TV right now. And what an honor. So just to Katarina, I knew you were the one. You were the one. So thank you so much.
I'd be careful, Trudy, casting stones. Everybody here has ghosts.
Oh, yo, you remember that big fucking redheaded kid that used to make fun of me? And he always called Madison, until you punch his 2 front teeth out, and he was like, Madison.
Rohamayim, itsini ana ke tēnei hāwhe kai. Mauretian.
Koe kikiro. Ko paia.
Pōko ko mua.
O te atua kōpū. E hara koe I te patu o tapu. Kia tūpato ki nā tānata e whakapiri atu ana ki a koe.
Holy shit, man. What the hell happened to you? You don't look good, bro. Oh, shit. I'll go get some bandages or first aid or something in the store.
Welcome back to the stage, Che Jim.
The nominees for Outstanding Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role are
Nika and Madison, Bill Maristy. Nika and Madison, Dylan Cook. In the Fire of War, Te Waka Ununa Te Kurapa. In the Fire of War, Turan Aurora Ratingi Hao. Seeds, Dylan Cook.
And the RNCI Red Nation Award goes to Billy Mersley.
Billy Merasty is a first-time winner of the RNCI Red Nation Award.
After 43 years in the business, I accept this on behalf of my family, who loved me unconditionally, no matter what my lifestyle was. And I want to mention my mother, my father. They were very supportive of me. They were always very loving. I also want to thank Eva Thomas for hiring me, and all the executive producers of this amazing film. And Giwit no Utinilagayan. I'm from Northern Canada. Nawats ni gan kagiyamian ayamuin. Ntuti kagi skinamo itigisi. Kasi mamtuni ditaman isiga sagiago itnawak. Kwes nimitata ogigwa nitsana kagiroigi waniago. Maga yago ni uche kagi pimitsik isigo es tesipmatsian. Isigo es tatuskian. Maga modern da pogo muta. Umuta kagi pimigo ya numa. Modern peagun pogo. Michidit no uta ni wachimuguk ni wichiguk. I am not alone in accepting this award. I survived because there are people who've helped me. Sometimes this life is very difficult to negotiate because when you're different, there are people who are supportive and there are some who are not. And that breaks my heart sometimes. So I want to accept this on behalf of my family, who taught me how to love because they showed me love. And I want to thank everybody else that I worked with in this amazing film, all the nominees. And I really, really am indebted to people who hire me because they believe in my work, in what I can contribute to Indigenous film. And after 43 years, this feels so good.
Grasshopper spent all summer playing the fiddle.
Having a blast? Hooking up? That's what you should be this summer, Ginny. A grasshopper.
She's not going to be a grasshopper. She's going to focus on her future, not get distracted. When winter came, the grasshopper was starving, but the ant refused to give him any food. Do you know why?
He was an asshole.
Ziggy, come on. You gotta...
Hey! Don't you follow me. I don't want to see your stupid fucking face for a hot minute. And don't you fucking go either. I just need a minute.
Madison, wait. We're supposed to stay inside the house. I never asked you to fucking come, Nika. I never asked you to save me. You want to hear how I feel? I feel like a fucking idiot.
What the hell? I thought I told you to stay inside.
It's my fault.
I don't give a shit whose fault it was. Get your asses in the truck. The lawyer's here.
Welcome to the stage, Thomas Pa Sibbett.
Aloha. Ho'o mai kai ina mea kakao pau. And the nominees for Best Original Screenplay are
Sweet Summer Powwow, Daryl Dennis and Katya Gardner. Seeds, Ganitio Horn. In the Fire of War, Tim Worrell. Nika and Madison, Michael McGowan and Eva Thomas.
and the RNCI Red Nation Award goes to Michael McGowan and
Michael McGowan and Eva Thomas are first-time winners of the RNCI Red Nation Award.
I got to take this all in. I'm fully present in this moment. I am losing my voice, so bear with me. I am unbelievably grateful to everyone who helped me along the way. Many of those people are sitting right around this table here. I used to hang around this town wanting to be an actress, and I was just really frustrated with the type of roles that were available to me at the time. And I thought to myself, this wasn't going to change until someone learns to write something different. And I said, well, I guess I better learn how to do that. So I just started on the journey to learn how to write and then to produce and direct. I'm really proud of the movie we made, and I'm really grateful for this acknowledgement. Thank you to the Red Nation International Film Festival and Janelle for inviting us out here. Miigwech, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I saw a performance by their touring group when I was 8. I'd never seen anything so beautiful.
And then you want to hear something else? Want to hear a good one? I'm a fucking cello. Me, I'm a cello. I'm literally in bed with the fucking enemy, like a goddamn fool.
Do you have his fucking location? Answer the question.
Yes, we do.
Then send an ambulance right fucking now.
Karma's a real bitch. Yeah. Your time is coming.
They're issuing a warrant tomorrow, so I need you to turn yourselves in. Listen, this running, it's not helping anybody, okay? Please.
No. If there isn't a warrant, then we're leaving.
Just...
Amahua mai tēnei kutu ki konei. I moira I tō mātou kauwaka atua.
E, Cole? Roi kai.
I ki te ahui ai I te ratu pō I te hui. Āna e koe, ki te tika o mahi, ka noho mai koe a tōna wā hei tua toru mana.
Ki te tūwhera mai te waha o te kuku, ka kite ana tōna katoa.
Welcome back to the stage, Jennifer Podensky.
Who's ready for the next award? The nominees for Outstanding Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role are...
Sweet Summer Powwow, Tatiana Rose Baptiste. Seeds, Ganihito Horn. Nika and Madison, Ellen Jade. Nika and Madison, Star Slade. Nika and Madison, Amanda Brugel. In the Fire of War, Mariama Smith. In the Fire of War, Ria Paki. In the Fire of War, Hinarangi Hirura Nicholas.
And the RNCI Red Nation Award goes to Ellen Jade, Nika Madison. And
Ellen Jade is the second-time winner of the RNCI Red Nation Award.
Hello. I know that Ellen Jade is not here because I'm filling in for her. as the host, part-time host. Here to accept is Star, the other star of Nika Madison. Congratulations.
Ellen couldn't be with us tonight, but she's definitely here in spirit, and she's an incredible human being and an incredible artist, and I'm really proud of her, and I know we're all really, really, really proud of her, and we love her, and just honored to be able to accept it on her behalf.
Maybe she'll reject me, which would suck, or maybe she'd say yes, which would rock, and I'd see her at Christmas dinner. I hope you set out a plate for me. Either way, I have to know. Okay, bye.
I got fishing to do. Yeah, it's imperative I make it. The carp are coming up the river right now. Post-spawn. That means they had sex.
My deepest condolences, kiddo, but something else. Something you must protect.
Is it the seeds?
Of course, I'm gonna help you. I meant it when I said I was gonna stick by your side, no matter what.
Ave Maria, e kia ngā koe te karaitia, ke a koe te ariki, e whakapaingi ana koe I roto I ngā wahine a.
Aue tama. Motaku he. Kia roha mai.
Welcome back to the stage, Zion White.
I was hoping I'd get this one. All right, the nominees for Outstanding Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role are...
Sweet Summer Powwow, Joshua Ojic. Seeds, Dallas Goldtooth. Seeds, Graham Greene. Seeds, Megwin Fairbrother. In the Fire of War, Tamara Morrison. In the Fire of War, Cliff Curtis. In the Fire of War, Pacu Fernandez.
And the RNCI Red Nation Award goes to Joshua Ojic.
Joshua Ojic is the first-time winner of the RNCI Red Nation Award. Accepting on Joshua's behalf is Director Daryl Dennis.
Okay, obviously I'm not Joshua Ojic. I've got a few years on him, but Joshua couldn't be here today because he is currently filming every film and TV show ever made. But I know that he would really be honored to be in the company of these amazing actors. And really, I mean, he was a true blessing to be able to work with, and really watch out for him because he is going to be tearing up screens, and he's a true, real testament to Indigenous actors and acting. And he's such a sweet, kind soul. So I'm very happy that he won this. It's amazing. So thanks. Hey.
How does that feel?
Okay.
Not too tight.
Jenny!
Hey, Graham.
Do not defy me. Don't defy me, Jack. Jack! What?
Got you, little fucker. Come here. Oh, yeah. Come to mama. Found you, little bastards. Look at this.
That could be poisonous, and why are we talking to mushrooms?
Oh, not poisonous. Although these little bastards like to keep out of sight.
Are you deranged?
Welcome back to the stage, Jennifer Podemski.
The nominees for Achievement in Directing are
Sweet Summer Powwow, Daryl Dennis. Seeds, Ganehityo Horn. In the Fire of War, Mike Jonathan. Nika Madison, Eva Thomas.
And the RNCI Red Nation Award goes to Eva Thomas.
Eva Thomas is a first-time winner of the RNCI Red Nation Award.
Wow. When you're sitting down there, you're kind of like, I want to win, but I don't want to win because I have to get up there and say something. So let me say something important. I stand here uplifted by so many women. So many women have helped me on my journey, including the fabulous Jennifer Podemski, who, she was so hard on me on the script. She really grilled me. My actors, Star Slade and Ellen Jade, who helped me really create the lead characters, Amanda Brugel, who came on as detective, Gail Maurice, who I had the pleasure of working with on Aberdeen, and I'm so proud of you. You're such a talented actress. Of course, Billy Morasti and Dylan Cook. These people have uplifted me and allowed me to tell a story which I thought was really important, which was that Indigenous women should be cared about. And especially in the world where we're having this epidemic of missing and murdered Indigenous women, I just wanted to tell a story where we had strong Indigenous women, where the audience would learn to care about them, maybe even root for them, and through that journey, grow some empathy and understanding. I'm unbelievably grateful for this. I'm a little bit in shock, so forgive me. But miigwech, thank you.
Welcome back to the stage, Zion White, Jennifer Podemski, and Joanelle Romero.
Okay. This is the end of the evening, and we're going to present
Best Picture.
Best Picture.
The nominees are
Sweet Summer Powwow, Leslie D. Bland, Daryl Dennis, Katya Gardner, Isaiah Harris, Harold Joe, Jake LaBelle, Barbara Osberg, Joe Thorne. Seeds, Leonard Farlinger, Ganehityo Horn, Ozaze B. Isaac, Jennifer Jones, Eva Thomas, Lori Venning. In the Fire of War, Doug Abbott, Mike Jonathan, Simon Barnes, Paripi Curtis. Leah McLean, Christina Milligan, Toby Parkinson, Yangwei Xian, Nika Madison, Caitlin Curcio, Paula Devonshire, Kanahitio Horn, Ellen Jade, Tyler Levine, Jennifer Podemsky, Star Slade, Eva Thomas.
There you go. And the RNCI Red Nation Award goes
to
Native Caitlin Caruso, Paula Devonshire, Kennedy Horn, Ellen Jade, Tyler Levine, myself, Star Slade, and Eva Thomas.
Just a series of blessings tonight. Thank you so much, the Red Nation Film Festival, for this acknowledgement of the work. The people on this stage, they really love each other. They flew out all the way from Canada to be here tonight. They left their families, got on a plane, came out here, and we toured around Hollywood, and we had a good time last night after the screening. And I don't quite have the right words, but I just want to turn it over to my producer, Jennifer Podemsky, to come and say something.
Because you haven't heard enough from me tonight. I just want to say that when I came onto this project, the vision was to make Thelma and Louise for Native women. And I was like, that was it. I didn't have to hear any more. And Eva crafted such a beautiful film about our side of the story, of what happens when shit goes down with police and everything goes sideways for the Indigenous women on our side of the story. It's a redemption story. I'm not going to give it away, no spoilers, but when you see it, you will feel seen. And that's because of you, Eva, and this amazing cast that you put together, and all of the funders, all of the other people I have to thank, funders, all of the money people, Telefilm, CMF, distributors. I'm not prepared. Clearly all night I have not been prepared. ISO, Indigenous Screen Office. We cannot make any movies in Canada or TV without the Indigenous Screen Office, so thank you to the Indigenous Screen Office and to everybody here, because we all lift each other up, and to this festival for creating a platform to celebrate this work.
And shout out to Dylan Cook, Amanda Brugel, Star Slade, Angela Barbosa, Billy Moresti, and Gail Maurice. We made this film together. This is our movie. I'm so proud of it, and I hope you get a chance to see it. Miigwech.
That's it, everybody. Give it up for the Red Nation Film Festival 30th anniversary.
Thank you for attending, and thanks, for being here and supporting our filmmakers, and thanks to all the winners and the nominees. Being a nominee is a winner, and all our Red Nation honors, all of our families. And I want to thank our sponsors, because we wouldn't be able to do this without you. And I want to thank our host, Jennifer, for stepping in, and I want to thank our board member, ZY. And we'll see you next year at the movies at Red Nation International Film Festival, edition 31.